When I was growing up, I remember wondering why my mom was going grocery shopping again when there was still so much food in the kitchen. Being a child of the Depression era, my mom found it difficult to be running low on provisions and would purchase more of something before she actually ran out. I, on the other hand, love to get down to an empty refrigerator and cupboards before restocking. It seems that getting back to zero allows me to actually know what and how much I have, and it greatly reduces the unfortunate discovery of foods that have spoiled and have to be thrown away. The other thing that getting to zero does for me is challenge me to use fresh ingredients in creative ways so they aren't wasted. It's amazing what can be done with the last bits of leafy greens and some vegan bouillon, baked winter squash or sweet potato, some brown rice, lentils. All of these can be used to create delicious end-of-the-week meals that are really easy and incredibly nutritious. Getting back to zero is a healthy place to go in all areas of life. There's so much clutter, tangible and intangible, that builds up in our lives. We're sometimes not even aware of what has become buried underneath it all, just like my mom and her kitchen. She was always so surprised to find out what was really there when it all got to be too much and she spent half a day cleaning things out. I mean no disrespect to my mother. I wish she could have felt the lightness that comes with getting to zero much more often. Getting to zero is a healthy place to be in all areas of life. The feeling of overwhelm is often a sign that there are too many layers of stuff and something has gotten pushed down, forgotten, and has begun to spoil, like the leftovers in the back of the refrigerator. I've heard more than one wise person say, how you do anything is how you do everything. So guess what? The way we hang on to excess or clutter in any area is a sign that there is excess or clutter somewhere else. Just like old, rotting food in the refrigerator, the only way to deal with those issues is to bring them out into the open, face them, and decide exactly what to do with them. You would never knowingly put fresh produce on top of spoiled greens in the refrigerator, and yet we all pile more and more stuff into our homes and more expectations into our already cluttered schedules. Sometimes these things are painful, sometimes they're complicated, but many times they're pretty simple to deal with. When you have spoiled food in the fridge and you finally throw it out, it feels really good. What makes issues feel impossible is our avoidance. The longer we avoid facing something, the bigger it gets in our mind. We all have a finite amount of energy, and if that energy is leaking out each day due to layers of what we choose to ignore and leave incomplete, then we're never rested in body, mind, and spirit. We never get back to zero where we can breathe. If your life feels like a refrigerator where there's nice fresh produce sitting on top of food that is spoiling, try looking at just one thing at a time. Be honest about those little energy drains that you push down day after day that never go away. Sometimes just clearing out one drawer or returning one overdue library book or saying one "I'm sorry" can move us closer to zero and the lightness that we all crave. Sometimes we all need a little help to get back to zero. As a holistic health coach, I have tools and techniques to support you in areas that might be draining your energy and keeping you stuck. Contact me for a free Get Acquainted call and see how you can get started on the path back to zero. This is Kay Williams, healthfulreturns.com.